Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to the next episode, the latest installment, if you will, of the Direwolf20 back from FTB. That's right, folks, we're doing a Let's Play here in single-player world, and last episode, as you may or may not recall, we worked on our a little bit more of our setup for immersive engineering. We got the biodiesel generator up and running, so it's over there kind of chugging out power for us, which is awesome. We've also done some stuff with some farms and such, so that we got a steady supply of potatoes and hemp seeds for the squeezer and the fermenter. But this episode, we need to kind of continue on that path, so to speak. We need to kind of automate those farms so that we don't have to continuously get over there and harvest all of the stuff to go into those squeezers and fermenters, so that we don't have to worry about that. I've gotten myself into a little predicament here. I kind of AFK'd up here a little bit so that if something did get in, that it didn't kill me, because I actually died right there. I have a death certificate. It's in my backpack, I think. So we need to go over to the old base and put this onto the wall of shame. So let's go ahead and do that first. So I was killed by a zombie, right? I was AFKing in this little hidey hole right here, right? Well, that didn't work out so well for me. I was in here and I forgot to light up some areas over there, and so a zombie villager got in, spawned in here, and he came and got me, killed me dead. It was not pleasant. So I think we've got a design. Finally, we have a design for the windmill. I think it was Pixelated Scroll, that supplied it. It's a very cool design. It's kind of medievally artsy fartsy, renaissancey kind of a build, and so I'm hoping that will work out for us. We'll see what it looks like in the real world. But that is not what we're going to be working on today. Any ender pearls? Nope. Okay, that's fine. First things first, got to name this thing. This is death number 3. Okay, so put this in here. Skadoosh, death number 3, right? Number 3. Sweet. And pull it out. And then we'll put it up here in the item frame. We'll make a room. Does this say? Yeah, that's his death 2, so that's his death 3. So we'll make a room over in the evil science layer for that, just because we're going to need it. But so this episode, what are we going to do? We're going to be doing some farming over here. We're going to be doing some automated farming. As you may have seen, I put in a little sugarcane farm. Again, nothing special, spectacular, or in any way unique or special. Just some sugarcane growing over here, because I'm going to need some paper. Why, may you ask? Will I need some paper? Well, I'm going to show you. First things first. So we've got this potato farm right here, right? And we've got our industrial hemp seed farm over here, right? Industrial hemp farm. These are not full-sized farms. These are, well, are they? Wait a minute. This is, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 11 by 11, right? I think that's the second tier. No, that's the first tier. 11 by 11 should be the first tier, right? So what we need to do is we need to get a couple of farming stations. Well, as you will probably see right here, look at what I got. I built myself a slice and displace off camera, and I gathered up all of the materials. I had some zombie heads and some diamonds and such. So built the Z-Logic controllers and the pulsating crystals, and smelted myself up some some electrical steel so that we can get 1, 2 farming stations, right? So there's those. But here's the thing. I don't want to power these farming stations. Farming stations take a lot of power, right? I mean, they hold 1,000,000 RF, and they use 1,000,000 RF. I mean, they will once they get going, they will use up a ton, just an absolute ton of power, right? So what I want to do is I want to have these on their own individual power source. Right now, what I've got on immersive engineering, on the immersive engineering side, is I've got my 3 thermoelectric generators, right? I built those. I had those over here. I moved them over to this spot, right? I've got the squeezer over there, the fermenter over there. Those are both putting their individual fluids. This one's plant oil. This one's ethanol. They're putting those into the refinery, right? And then the refinery is spitting out biodiesel. The biodiesel goes through this pipe right here onto the other side of the wall, which is where our biodiesel generator is. Okay, this right here, I'm going to keep these in world. I actually might add like 2 more so that we get a decent amount of RF off of it. But what these are going to do is these are going to power the fermenter and the squeezer, right? So that's the squeezer over there, that's the fermenter over there. That's where these, and the refinery. So that's where the power for this stuff is going to come from. The biodiesel generator, its only purpose in life is going to be to power big stuff. Okay, we may have to make another one at some point. I don't know. We also may have to get into some other forms of generation, like I think there's extreme reactors in here, so we might get into that. Also, the other thing I wanted to make sure that everybody knows is that we have updated to the latest version of the Direwolf pack. It's what is it, 1.1.4. So this has got all of the newest stuff in it, all of the bug fixes and everything from the mod pack. So I don't want to use any of this power. I don't want to use any of the immersive engineering power to feed these farming stations. So what we're going to do instead is I have also taken the time to put together a couple of these. Now these are photovoltaic cells. They're from RF Tools, or not RF Tools. They're from Ender.io. These only generate 40 RF per tick. Okay, not very big, but they can be upgraded. So if we do photovoltaic, right? So each one of these, these are pretty easy to build. It's just pulsating iron and some vibrant alloy and some enlightened fused quartz. Okay, and all enlightened fused quartz is 4 pieces of quartz smelted into fused quartz, and then you take that and you put it into a smeltery or an alloy smelter again with some glowstone, and that's what makes it enlightened. So that's how you make these. But then you take 3 of these and you can turn them into your vibrant photovoltaic cells, and that's a piece of cake. You just take 3 of them. So I got to make 6 altogether. You take 3 of them, along with a couple of octadic capacitors and another ender crystal and some more of this fused quartz, and you basically got it, right? And so this right here, these are 160 RF per tick. So 3 of these is 120, right? So for 3 of these, you actually get the output that would be equivalent to 4 of them. So that's kind of a good thing that we want to see. But we're going to need these for sure. So we're going to make these for right now. We're going to take these farming stations. Okay. Now the farming stations are going to go right here in the center of each of these fields. And as you can see from right here, I've already put some conduit in, right? And that conduit goes from the very center where the farming stations are going to go over to here. So this one here, this is the squeezer. So this is going to have the plant seeds, the hemp seeds. And I've already got it filtered to only accept industrial hemp seeds. I've got it filtered here, here, to get rid of all the extra industrial hemp fiber, because let me tell you, I have more industrial hemp fiber than I know what to do with right now. I've still got the small industrial hemp farm over that way, plus I've got that chest right there, that diamond chest is like half full of industrial hemp seed fiber, and I can make another one of these farms in no time at all if I absolutely have to. Okay, then that conduit goes all the way over here to the other side, all the way down here, and comes up into this one, and this one is filtered to take in potatoes. So potatoes here, industrial hemp seeds here, rotten potatoes and industrial hemp fiber into the trash can. So we're just going to get rid of that. We don't need any of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and come in here, right here, boom, ba-doom. We are going to have to go underneath because we're going to have to configure this thing, right? But let's put one of these down. Okay. Let's do right like that. Perfect. And boom, like that. So that should be getting some power to it, right? Is it getting some power? A little bit. It's not getting much, but it's getting a little bit. We'll go ahead and let that one fill up. And then over here, we'll do the same thing with this one. And we'll let it power up. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to have to dig over to it because we are going to have to configure those. So let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. And get rid of these. And get these configured for their input outputs, right? Well, actually, they're just going to be out. Oh, there's water there. Bummer. Oh, bummer. There's a water block there. I didn't know. I didn't remember. There we go. That's better. Okay, so get our Yeti wrench, because I made a Yeti wrench too. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Put that there, put this here, get in there. Yeti wrench? I lost it. I've lost my Yeti wrench. I thought I made one. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, come in here. This is going to be set for extract all the time. Sweet. Let's get a block in here and cover this back up, because we don't need that water leaking all over the place. Hello. And, there we go. Got it. Sweet. Let's do the same thing on this one over here. Guess we have to go this way. Oh, that was dumb. I don't want to do that. And there's the water. Sweet. Okay. Get in here and fix this one to extract all the time. There we go. Get that in our hotbar, and boom. Sweet. Good job. Get rid of that and put this block right here back in. Okay, that takes care of that. Now, we're going to go and take a little nap here real quick because I want it to be daytime. And then we're going to head over and we're going to do some stuff. We're going to harvest some of this, sugarcane because, like I said in the beginning, we need paper. What do we need paper for? We need paper for the tools for these farming stations. I was playing around, and if you caught one of my latest episodes of the Infinity server for Beach Block, you may have seen that there's a way that you can get an unbreaking tool from Tinker's Construct, and it involves using all of the modifiers as well as paper parts, right? So to harvest potatoes and to harvest industrial hemp seeds, you really don't need a very durable tool, right? You don't need a sharp tool, so you don't have to worry about putting sharpness on an axe. You don't have to worry about putting unbreaking on a shovel or anything like that. You can use the paper tools, which are really, for general purpose type stuff, are not very good because they wear out like in a hurry. A full paper mattock has a durability of 6. Okay, and so you use it 6 times and you're going to break it, right? Well, who needs that? So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to take this paper, okay, 44. That should be enough. Let's head on over to the other base, over to the tool forge, over to the tool station, as well as the part builder, and I'll show you what we're going to do. It's very cool. It is completely, utterly, awesomely cool. Oh, there's one more thing we need. We need some gold. Let's get some gold so that we can put that into the smeltery, because we need some blank plates from Tinker's Construct. We need blank plates because you have to put the reinforcement upgrade on these things. So this needs what, 10? I think it is 1, 2, 3, 10. There we go. That's what we need. So we'll put these in the smeltery and we'll start building the parts. And when we get finished with this, we should have, I need 2, which means I need more than, I need to make 2 of these. Wow. I need to make 2 of these. I just thought of that. So let's get 10 more gold ingots so that we can put those in the smeltery. 42, 10. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's head over here to this and we'll get this done. And then I'm going to show you what else we're going to do today. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. I certainly am. I actually start vacation again tomorrow. Woohoo. This time I'll be off for the rest of the year. I won't have to go back to work until January 2017. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so smeltery. Let's put this stuff in there and get it smelting. Go, thank you. Where is my timer? I don't have my timer in here. Is it in here? Timer? Timer. There it is. Okay. And we'll just put that right there and let it do its thing on its own. Then we'll come in here and we will put the paper in. So we need 2 shovel heads. Ooh, we might need more paper. Okay. We're going to need 2 bindings. Okay, and then we need 2 rods. Perfect. Oh, that worked out well. Okay, so mattock, just like this. Boom. And then 2 of these, and 2 of these. Oh, I really made bindings. I didn't want bindings. I wanted axe heads. Okay, well that's fine. Well, I'm sure we'll come up with a use for paper binding someplace, right? Not. Probably not likely at all. Boom. I need more paper. Crud. Hang tight a minute. I'm going to go get some more paper. Well, we just got to get a little bit of obsidian here because we need those for the reinforcement plates that we're going to make. This won't take very long. I've got all the rest of the parts I need. I went ahead and got the paper for the paper axe head. I got the paper bindings, which I didn't need. But I also have the... where'd they go? Where'd the tool? Oh, I know where they are. Those are in the tool forge. So let me finish getting up some obsidian, and I'll be right back. Okay, obsidian acquired, and we also have the remainder of the tools that the parts that we need to build said paper mattocks. So let's go ahead and build those, and then we want to take these 10 blank casts, and we want to put them inside of this, just like this. And we want to make these reinforcement modifiers. And we want to make 10 of them, right? We want to make 10 of them because we're going to come right back over here. We're going to put all 10 of these in here, right? We're going to do this. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. See how it's going to reinforce 4? Or yeah, it's reinforce 4. There's reinforce 5 right there. Now if we put it in again, now it becomes unbreakable. Sweet, right? So now we can put these in the put these mattocks into the farming stations, and we'll never have to touch them again, ever. How sweet is that? There we go. Unbreakable. 2 unbreakable tools. I love it. So let's go ahead and put those into the farming stations, and it should start to harvest because I've been letting it. It's been out here charging for quite some time, so it should have some power in it by now, I would think. Hopefully. Once they get this going, then we'll be able to get a steady supply of power into, or a steady supply of seeds and potatoes into the fermenter and the squeezer, and then we should be able to do something pretty cool. There's another little thing I want to do here today. Whoa, what? Why only 34? Why are you only getting 34 RF? Efficiency 80%. The chunks were loaded. I know the chunks were loaded. Is it because there's nothing... Is it because there's no tool in it? Let's put the tool in it. No. This has got to give us more than that. I mean, it's supposed to give us 40 RF per tick. Even, I mean... that's kind of depressing. That should work. I know that the sun's not directly overhead and all that, and that, you know, the efficiency's falling right now, but still... Even with the sun in this area here, you should have gotten more than 29 RF. That's ridiculous. Well, let's go ahead and put this one in over here. I hear you, zombie. I hear you. This has only got 29 RF in it as well. That's a bummer. That's a big time bummer. Okay. Hang tight for just a minute. Actually, we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing, and hopefully it'll start to harvest here pretty soon, because there's something else that I want to make, okay? I want to make something else that we can start to get ores from, okay? So I was starting to look around. I was looking around in a bunch of the different mods, and I remember a while back that Etho had done something in his in the Hermit pack. And I thought, well, that's Botania, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to really get into Botania on this. I mean, Botania's in here, but I wanted to try something new, and so I was looking around, and I actually found something. It's in actually editions, I should say. Yeah, actually editions. It's the lens of the miner. This thing is pretty awesome. What it does is it creates ores out of other blocks that's in its sight. And so if it hits stone, like if I've got a cobblestone generator that was over here, and I've made myself a fair bit of smooth stone, right? So if that lens hits smooth stone, it's going to turn it into an overworld ore. Gold, diamond, coal, redstone, you name it, right? If it hits netherrack, it turns it into a nether ore. So we could get cobalt, we could get ardite, we could get quartz, we could get all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up some materials that we're going to need to make this thing. And when I come back, we're going to put together our first couple of actually additions components. Because one of the other things that we want to make is this stuff here. And we're not going to be able to make it today, but it's called greenhouse glass. So here's the greenhouse glass right here. And what that's going to do is that will actually speed up the growth ticks for our farm. But it requires some of this empowered palace crystal blocks, PALIS. To make that, you've got to have these empowered palace crystals. And you make those by putting prismarine, prismarine into an empowerer. Okay. Well, the only way that we're going to be able to get prismarine, because we have yet to find an ocean monument. You can get prismarine from actually additions through the atomic reconstructor. And so there's a few things that we want to build. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up some materials. I'm going to sleep the night away, and when I come back, we'll get going on that. Okay, so here we go. I think we're ready to do this now. I've got the farming stations in just like we showed last time, but I did do one extra thing. I put a sequencer in. I built these sequencers from RF Tools. Basically, what they do is they only allow for a redstone signal every so often, and then I went ahead and turned these on to redstone only, so it allows it to build up some power before it tries to harvest and replant, and so that should help that a little bit. We are in fact getting a few seeds in here so far. Of course, it had to build up the internal buffer, but things are starting to build up in there, and so that's kind of cool. That'll help out a lot. Now, so this lens, this miner's lens, so it's the lens of the miner, which should be this one. Yes, this one. Pretty simple to build. It looks like it's just one of each kind of ore, right? Diamond, gold, iron, coal, nether, quartz, lapis, emerald, and black quartz. And I think I've got all of that on me with the exception of nether quartz. So let's get a nether quartz there. And then we also need to build the actual lens itself. And so that's just going to be a piece of black quartz surrounded by glass. So let's go ahead and look in here, go here, do that, and there's a lens. Sweet. Okay, now we can do the lens of the miner. Click. Sweet. So let's see what this thing looks like. Do we just put it in the world someplace? No. Okay. I don't understand. Oh boy. How does this thing work? Is there a way that this is supposed to work? Where's the book? The book is... Whoa, how do I have two actually edition manual? I have to get rid of one of those. So the lens of the miner. Oh, this is a new book. I see. Oh, we can bookmark pages now. Cool. So lens of the miner right there. So the lens of the miner can create ores out of blocks in sight. When the laser hits a block of stone, it will convert into the different overworld ores. How do you use? It's shaped ore dictionary recipes. Okay, and it uses power, so it's going to take 60,000 RF for each operation. So obviously we're not going to get very much out of this thing to start with, but it should give us something. So do we mount this? I mean, what do we do here? Do we just mount this on a block or something? I don't even know. Unless we have to mount it onto a... I don't know. I don't know. Well, okay, hold on. Let's see if we can figure something out here. We want some stone. That's not the stone chest. Here's the stone chest. So we're going to need some stone, right? And we're going to go ahead and put this down. Oh, wait, does it have to go? Wait a second. Let's try this. If I put it like that, does that? Nope, that doesn't do it either. So you can't put it on a face. Can you do this? I'm guessing no. But let's try it anyway. Nope, you can't put it underneath. Okay. Alright, if anybody knows how this lens of the miner is supposed to work, I'd like to hear about that, because that is something that I want to get up and running fairly soon. I know it's going to drain a lot of power off, right? It's going to do just a lot of power to create these ores. But that is something that I really want to get into, because that's free stuff, right? And we like free stuff. We definitely love free stuff around here. But the other thing that we wanted to work on, and I know we're not going to have time to build it today, or to at least get it to its fullest potential today, we wanted to make that greenhouse glass. And in order to make the greenhouse glass, we actually have to make the atomic reconstructor. So let's take a look at that. That should be pretty easy. Atomic reconstructor. Boom. So that is pretty simple. It's 4 iron ingots. It's an iron casing and 4 pieces of redstone. The iron casing is 4 iron ingots, a piece of black quartz, and some sticks. So let's go ahead and make one of those. And then we'll make one of these. Skadoosh. Skadoosh. Okay, so there is the atomic reconstructor. Now, the atomic reconstructor is pretty good. It's a pretty easy block to use. I've seen a few people use it already. I'm going to go ahead and put it, say, right... Oh, how about right here? Yeah, we'll put it right there. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is... Oh, is this where the lens goes? It is where the lens goes. Oh... Lens of the mine. Oh, can I get that off of there now? Yeah, I can. No lens. So that's the redstone signal there. Oh, so if we had 2 of these, I getcha. I getcha. Let's get some power to this thing first and foremost. Do I have any? Not in there. Let's get in here. Let's get into our toolbox. Engineer's toolbox right there. We should have, we got some LV cable. We do not have any more, we don't have any more connectors. So let's make an LV connector. We should have some clay here someplace, right? Yup. So the LV connector is 4 of these, right? And something else. So LV connector, LV, oh my gosh. LV connector. This thing. Copper. Okay, so let's get some copper. That's over here. We'll get some copper. Only takes 3 pieces, so that'll be cool. That's easy enough. We get some of this. Whoops. Some of this action right here. Okay, so there's some more of our LV connectors. Let's come over here. Put one of these on top of this and see if it'll feed it. I don't know if it will or not. It looks like it's connected. Okay. Click. Click. It's building power. Oh, we got to turn it off. We need a button. Let's use... Yeah, we don't want it to be wasting power like that. Let's do a button. And... There we go. Hold a redstone torch. Oh, redstone torch. Okay, so we need to make a redstone torch, right? And we want to turn this thing off by default. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there and burn through power all the time, which is not what we want. So let's get one of those. And one of these. Oops, yep, one of these. Aha, so now it's on a pulse. So now I fire it. Sweet. Okay, now the way that this thing works is we wanted to make some prismarine, right? That's one of the things that we wanted to do. So let's get a piece of quartz from right here. We don't need all of it. Just get one piece. And I guess we'll just plop that right down right there. Yep. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Let's put a block there, and then we'll put the piece of quartz there. Yeah, there we go. That might do the trick. Aha! Look at that. Prismarine. That is so awesome. So we found a way to make some prismarine. That's cool. The other thing that I wanted to use this reconstructor for is there was one other thing, wasn't there? The greenhouse glass didn't need this, but it needed the prismarine, and that was the infuser or something like that, wasn't it? So greenhouse glass right here. That's this thing, this empowered palace crystal. So we need those, and that goes like that. So it's in the empowerer, okay? So let's take a look and see what it takes to make this empowerer. Empowerer, this thing. Ooh, okay, yeah. So that's going to be some stuff that we're going to have to do a little bit later on. We might do that in the next episode. But there is one thing I want to do. There's one thing I want to try. How much? It's got enough. Let's try this. Let's try this and see what it does. Block. Okay. Lens. Okay. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. So what I'm going to have to do, and I'll probably do this in between episodes, is I'm going to figure out a way to incorporate some kind of smooth stone generator, right? So if you take water and pour it onto moving lava, you get cobblestone. But if you take lava and drop it onto moving water, you get smooth stone. So we should be able to set up some kind of smooth stone generator right here and get this thing on some kind of cycle. So like right now it's at 40,000 RF. If we set a timer on this thing, an RF Tools timer, and let it burn through some power, and also we've got to remember that this is just running off of these. Okay, this is just running off of the thermoelectrics right now. It will probably, oh hello there, spider. It will probably, it'll probably build up power a lot faster if I get it hooked up to the biodiesel. But we get some kind of smooth stone generator here, and we get a block breaker of some kind put in here, right? So that so we get a block, we place the block, then we drop the block, or then we break the block, and we get that all kind of timed out, right? We'll have ourselves some free ores. I love it. Hopefully you guys love it too. Sadly, folks, though, we're out of time. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was kind of all over the place there in places, but we've gotten some good stuff done. We've got ourselves a lens of the miner. We've got ourselves an atomic reconstructor. We found out how to get some prismarine without having to go find an ocean monument. We're going to go find one of those anyway, but right now, don't need one. That's awesome. The other thing that we did was we got the auto harvest on for the potatoes and the industrial hemp. We'll have to get some capacitors on those farming stations though, so that they can increase their range. But anyway, once again, we're out of time. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Likes and subscriptions help out oh so immensely when it comes to those pesky YouTube search results. Speaking of subscriptions, we are at 868 subscribers right now, closing in on 900, and of course right after 900, you know what happens then, 1,000 subscribers. 1,000. Doesn't look like we're going to make that before Christmas, but hey, if you guys share this video out with all your friends and all your family and all your school chums and all those people, hey, you never know. We might hit 1,000 before Christmas, but that's okay if we don't. We'll get there eventually. But anyway, thanks again for watching, folks, and until next time, we will catch you on the flip side. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.